I am.
I'll do it.
I'll
We
fucking
are
do it.
live. Welcome everybody back to another edition of Chairgatin. I'm your host Rattlesnake, coming at you live once again from the Snake Pit here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, joined by my co-host Dakota. What up, Dakota? How was your Panda Express?
What up, you sons of bitches? Sorry, I was scarfing down Panda, and it was so good. And unfortunately, I am a slave to substance and back on the road in a jail cell that we call a hotel somewhere in North Georgia. And it sucks, but it is what it is. We went to Gateway this weekend. Sorry if my quality's bad, but let's get this mother going.
Let's do it.
What's up? It's Chairgatin coming at you live.
Hello, come right in.
Rock flag and eagle.
That shit was good.
Are you talking about the Panda?
Yeah, Ronnie just sat down to eat his, and he was on the phone, and he still got a whole plate left. I was like, dude, mine was so good.
Well, I have to know, what is your Panda order? What is your go-to Panda order?
Well, luckily they had just about what I always get, and
Okay.
it was fried rice with orange chicken and sesame honey chicken.
Okay. I don't think I've had the sesame honey chicken.
Ronnie, what you get? Steak? You got steak?
I got the fucking. I don't know.
He got like the spicy orange chicken and like
Ronnie's a content guru, man.
yeah, beef chicken or something.
I do. You know what I do? I'm a wild card. I'll actually get the chow mein noodles.
Oh yeah, you're fucking wild, dude.
I know, man. I know I'm a wild card, but
chow mein noodles.
If you go to Panda with me, I'll convince you to stop getting the rice. The noodles are better, more
I'd
filling.
try them.
I'm telling
I'm
you.
a big rice guy.
Yeah, I feel you. I'm a big rice guy as well. I'll probably be eating that for dinner tonight. Okay, where is Dakota? I demand answers.
I'm here. Jesus.
He's here in Georgia,
The bitches.
North Georgia.
Yeah.
Let's see. Damn, I'm about to be. It doesn't start.
Sorry for the wait.
Dakota voted for Biden if he doesn't start in the next minute. Oh,
That's a little much, guys. Seriously.
oh man, jeez, about time. Walnut shrimp is goated. That is a good one.
I had the walnut shrimp.
I get
Yeah,
the orange chicken and Beijing beef and noodles. That's my go-to
Ooh.
order. It doesn't miss. You can mix it all together. They're all good. Also, Panda Express has gone downhill since they switched from Pepsi to Coke. Just saying.
Ooh. Yeah, they used to have Mountain Dew. I remember they had
Yep.
Mountain Dew.
Yep. And that was clutch,
Yeah.
dude. It was good. I missed that.
I'm not exactly North Georgia. I'm in like Buford. It was the best way to put it for you non-Georgia folk. I'm like near Lake Lanier.
Georgia folk.
I'm closer to South Carolina, at least.
Hell yeah, man. Welcome. Andy, this is the shirt, by the way. Here, I'll do a
That
little,
shirt fucks.
little spin.
Is that a Flo?
I
Kyle
forgot I
Larson
had it
shirt?
actually, until I like pulled it out of the closet
It's
just
like a
now.
Flo Kyle Larson shirt.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it goes hard.
pretty sick, right? I
Yeah.
genuinely forgot I had this. I think I got it at the Chili Bowl.
Yeah, that's about a shirt.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. This is dirt. Dirt merch is sick, dude.
Yeah,
That is the
it
thing.
goes hard.
If you go to a dirt race, that's sick. Speaking of racing, we went to Gateway.
Yeah, man. Well, I think I talked last week. I was like, who gives a shit? The Ryan Prefer racetracks, and I was very pleased with what we saw because Gateway delivered. Very
Yeah,
good.
I agree. I was pleasantly surprised. I was kind of sitting there watching it, just going like, I think I'm enjoying this race. Like when it was starting to play out, you know.
Yeah,
At
like
first,
strategy, like because there was guys taking tires and guys not taking tires, and then like they kind of flip flop. And it's like, who's gonna shake out the end of this thing?
yeah, for sure. And at first, it was like really long runs. Like you know, air seemed to be a problem. They weren't able to pass. And so at first, I was like nervous. I was like, oh shit, we're just gonna watch one of these races where it's single file running.
Yeah,
And you know, there was a big chunk of it that was like that. But when the strategy started to play out,
yeah,
I was like, okay, I'm starting to get invested into this race.
yeah. It started getting like you had guys taking 2 tires on stops. There was a couple yellows to kind of shake it up, stage
Yep.
cautions,
That
And
did
then,
help when the yellows came in. I
and then you
think.
had guys taking 2 tires and 4 tires, but then like they're gonna stay out the stage, and you're literally like, I have no idea who's gonna come out the end of this thing. It was a no brainer that the 20 car of Seabell was the class of the field. He was passing cars left and right. It didn't really matter where he shook out, that he was gonna come back passing people. I think the 12 was super fast. The Penske showed up. Honestly, Logano was up. They were running 1, 2, 3 at one point. Ford has figured their shit out, it appears, and Penske took the helm.
Yeah.
I thought the RFK car was going to be better, which Brad K was up there.
Brad K was up there battling a good amount.
Yeah, Brad K was up there, but Busher was non-existent.
I've noticed it's like one or the other for them sometimes. Like
Yeah.
sometimes Busher is battling and
It
Brad.
used to be
like, where was Brad?
they were both fast or they were both slow, but now it's
Yeah.
like opposite.
Yeah. But yeah, I enjoyed it. I mean, when it started, like you said, strategy started playing out. I do wish there was more tire wear, but that's just like a common problem we've had all season. So I'm not gonna really hold that against them. That I think that would have been a little bit cooler to see the strategies play out if there was a little bit more tire wear.
Well, that was one thing we had where you had like guys go ahead and pit, short pit, and then guys wait like 20 laps and pit.
Yeah.
So they were coming on like 20 lap faster tires, and then tires actually mattered at that moment.
Yes,
And
when that happened, that's when the race really got good.
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah. And then like that battle at the end, you had Blaney was leading, but Bell was coming, and then Bell passed him, but Blaney swapped him up and passed him back, and you were like, oh shit, can he? I don't think he can defend this for 20 laps, but this is going for it. This is cool.
Yeah, no, it definitely got good. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Like Cindric had a fast car, and we'll get into how the race ended and stuff. But Cindric was battling up there pretty much the whole race. Obviously, had a fast car, and obviously Penske as a whole has figured it out because regardless of where.
Poole says he missed you, and you better be at Atlanta.
Dude,
Sorry,
I missed that.
he said I missed that big son of a bitch.
And the race was 8.6. First bit was 2.9. I wouldn't say 2.9, but yeah, the beginning, yes, I was definitely concerned for sure.
Yeah, the first half of the race was kind of like, well, yeah, this is about what Gateway. I thought Gateway, and then like Michael McDowell led like 30 laps. I was like, wow, he's still up there.
Dude, McDowell next year. That'll be interesting.
Yeah, one thing that surprised me is I kind of expected Austin Cindric to, like, he ran a good qualifying lap, but I expected him to kind of peter back to 15th. And he stayed up there the whole race. And he ran up there the whole race. And I was kind of like, yeah, he's having a pretty okay day. There was a couple drivers that had decent runs. And then I was like, wow, dude, he's still up there. Like, he's going to finish second, I thought.
Right.
With 10 to go, I was like, wow, Blaney, like, literally it looked like Blaney was keeping it in control. He's going to cruise to the win. And I was like, good for Cindric. Second, like, they need that run. And I was like, Blaney finally gets a dub.
I think I was a little less surprised just because of also how good Blaney was running. So I was kind of like, oh, okay, Penske's just got it figured out on this one,
Yeah, that was kind of, I was like, wow, Penske's got this. What funny story, or like kind of, so I like before the race, I'm pulling up my scanner, get my headphones in, and Reddick's scanner was acting weird. It was making weird noises, and they were like, it was all like fuzzy, and they couldn't hear each other. And all of a sudden, it just went like blank. Like there was no audio. Like the race was going green, and there was nothing on the scanner. And I was like, something's wrong with their scanner. I think they switched channels. And then I was like, well, I'm not about to listen to this. So I was like, who do I want to listen to? And I was like, I don't know. I said, I'll go to Blaney. Blaney's always my alternative because he has Kevin's old spotter. So it's always kind of fun.
And it's supposed to be the most entertaining.
Yeah, well, it always is. And I was like, I like listening to him because he has Kevin's old spotter. So
yeah, that is cool.
I listened to Blaney the whole race. I'd go back to 45 and there'd be nothing. So I'd go back to Blaney. I just listened to Blaney the whole race. So then when it was coming down to like 20 to go and they're battling, it was super fun to listen to. And then even in the group chat, I was like, you know what's funny? I've been listening to Blaney this whole race and he's about to win. Like, I was like,
oh, that's true. I saw that. Yeah.
I was like, this is kind of neat. Like, I impromptu am listening to Blaney and he's about to win the race.
Well, it's funny because you sent that literally right before.
I sent it with like 2 to go.
Yeah.
And as soon as I hit send, Lenny goes, I'm running out of fucking gas. Like,
so you got to hear it? Like,
yeah, I was listening to a scanner and he goes, I'm running out of fucking gas. Like, he was pissed. And they were like, what? And he was like, I'm out of fucking gas. And like, then all of a sudden, like the TV's behind like a lap I was
Right.
like,
Yeah.
no
So
fucking
you
way.
had to like watch
Oh,
knowing he
dude.
was
Yeah, and I was watching it, and he was like shaking the car, and I was like, "Oh my fucking!" And then like he's like, "I'm out of gas." He's like taking the white here, and like I was like, "No way!" So like I was watching it unfold, like, "Oh my god!" And on TV, they're like, "What's going on?"
Yeah, that's the thing. Like for a second, I didn't know. I was like, wait, just what just happened? So at least you knew what was going on the whole time.
Yeah, it was kind of like, "Oh my god!" And then I look back at the group chat, and there's like 30 messages, and I'm like, "Jesus!"
Yeah. Because I think I was texting something as it was like playing out, and then I like erased it quick, and I was like, out of gas, out of gas.
Yeah, it gets crazy in there. I
Because
can't
he ended
get
up finishing 24th, dude.
Dude, I coasted for a whole lap, and everybody's just like, yeah.
Yeah, 24th. Brutal.
Yeah, very
Brutal. He did finish ahead of Michael McDowell.
Well, that was the thing. Michael McDowell, I think, was on the same strat, and he was like third or fourth with 20 to go, and then all of a sudden he disappeared. So they
Did
never
he
even talked
pit
about
with
that.
the
I was
Blaney
like,
crew?
I think they pit around the same time. I think McDowell ran out of gas too.
I know Austin
If
Dillon.
he was in the
pit.
top 5 with 10 to go.
I remember Austin Dillon took the pit. I think the same time that Blaney did, which was right after Carson Hosefar did. He started that whole thing of pitting early. He pit, and the guys in the booth were like, "Oh shit, didn't see that coming." And then literally the next time around, Blaney was like, "I'm pitting too," and that started that whole thing. That's when the race really got interesting because you're like, okay, which strategy is gonna play out here? That was a huge part of that race.
And well, it was funny because Blaney's crew chief was like, "We're gonna go about 30 more laps," and then they were like, "The two's on pit road," and then he goes, "Pit next lap." Like it was like 10, it was like 5 laps after that. He's like, "We're gonna go 30 more laps," and then they were like, "Two's on pit road," and he was like, "Pit next lap, pit next lap."
Who
And
was
like,
it? Who was
okay.
it that didn't pit when he did? That he was kind of battling. Was it Seabell?
Seabell pit like I think 20
Later?
laps after them.
Yeah, he
And
waited.
he stayed out, and then he was coming like a freight train.
Yeah, that was that different strategy
and
where
it
he was like,
getting
"Fuck
pretty
it,
good.
I'm not gonna pit when they pit. I'm gonna hold out." Yeah, that was really interesting. Actually, I liked that because I think him and Carson finished around similar.
Yeah, he held on for a top 10.
So that's interesting. The difference in the pit strategies. Yeah, it looks like let's see, Bell finished 7th and Hostafar 8th, which good for him, dude. I mean, that's sweet. Rookie, top 10.
Yeah.
He raced a good race. They tried a pit strategy that worked. So,
well, that's the funny thing is what Bell ran out with or he started blowing up with like 12, 15 laps to go or something like that. Like they were battling, and then all of a sudden you saw him. I think he missed a switch or something. Well, then like Blaney had like a 3-4 second lead, I think, right there over Cindric. And all that time with those laps left, he could have probably saved a lap of fuel. Maybe managed the pace, managed the gift, let off. I don't know. He probably could have saved some fuel, but they were totally convinced that he was fine.
How? Yeah, I don't know. If
they had no idea he was going to run out of fuel, they thought he was good.
Yeah, true. And even if they did try that, though, I mean, Cindric wasn't far behind, right? Like I don't
know
how much could he have even saved.
But
like,
that's what I'm saying. They were not on like saving fuel mode at all. So like,
yeah, no, not at all. They didn't. I mean, to be fair, okay. So what actually happened? Like, who fucked up here?
I think it's a whole team thing. Like the crew, the fuel man didn't get enough fuel in it. They made a quick stop, green flag stop, and we're like, yeah, no, he's good. But they were a lap short.
Interesting. Okay. So it wasn't like somebody fucked up and pulled it out too quickly.
No, I don't think so. I think they went with 1 can when they should have went with like a can and a half.
Okay. Because somebody fucked up, right?
I think so. I think there's some miscalculations.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, that's brutal, man. I don't know the last time that it was becoming a very interesting race. Regardless, we all thought it was over at that point.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay.
And I was still happy. Yeah, in my head, and I don't really like Blaney. I mean, I don't make that like a hidden thing. But even in my head, I was like, man, this is a pretty good gateway. Like, I'm satisfied with this. Yeah. This is a fun race. Good Sunday. And so when that shit happened, I was like, what? I think I just jumped up because I was like, oh, shit, what is happening? And then I'm not sure if they're going to throw the caution or not because I'm like, well, fuck, that's going to change everything if we have a restart. So, I mean, I guess I'm glad that he maintained. Did he maintain speed? I guess that's why they didn't have to throw the caution.
Yeah, I mean, he was just rolling like in
Well, that's why I
neutral.
like. How did he maintain speed then? That seems surprising, but I mean,
I don't know. He was creeping when he came back around. I think they have like a backup that you can flip a switch to a backup, but it wasn't enough. Like he was still
okay.
like he was puttering across the line. You know?
Yeah, that's why the whole like that whole time I was like, are they throwing a caution? But then they already threw the white flag, so it's like,
Yeah, and they're just like, we'll see where he ends up.
yeah. I mean, I'm glad they
At
let
least
it
he
play
made it
out.
back around.
Right. I'm glad they let it play out and just let the race finish. Let the guys, everybody else out there racing, let them finish. You know.
Oh, it was funny because Ronnie was out with his family or whatever Sunday, and I assumed he wasn't watching the race, and I said, "Hey man, be glad you aren't watching the race. Blaney's leading, like being a smartass." And he goes, "Oh, I'm watching on my phone or something," and then he was like, "Fuck yeah!" And then like it got down to like the last 10 laps and whatever, and then like what happened on the last lap, he was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And I was like, "Oh my god, you should have never watched."
Yeah, seriously, man, that's brutal.
Yeah, I was like, "Yeah, that's NASCAR."
That is NASCAR. Hey, I mean, Austin Dillon, he had a good day.
Hey, yeah, your dude finally was on TV. No, seriously, Austin Dillon
Your
had a good
dude's finally
day.
on TV.
They kept showing it. I was like, dude, he's straight up running really well.
Yeah, he was running well. That was a cool thing. And I've been
It was
saying
kind
this
of a
in the
surprise.
fucking
Like there was a
group
bunch.
chat.
There was a
that-
bunch of guys up there. That
I've been
were
saying this
not
in the
good.
group chat. Everyone's like, man, Austin, he's got to watch out for his job. And I'm like, look, RCR cars are not running well right now. Like, as long as Kyle Busch is also not running well, he's fine. Look what just happened, right? I mean, I'm not saying he won, but I'm just saying, like, Kyle was running well. Obviously, I guess we can talk about the Kyle and Kyle thing. But, like, RCR was running well as a whole. And I think Kyle Busch would have also had a really good day if it wouldn't have happened.
Yeah, Kyle Busch was like super fast in practice. He qualified high fast. They kept like throwing Strat to get up there, and I was like, man, maybe Kyle Busch can like have a good day. He's always good here. And then the Kyle versus Kyle battle happened into one, and it was like, whoa,
Yeah.
dude.
It's like, where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah, what the hell? And then it was like he got the butt into the stick, and then you're like, dude, that didn't have to happen. Like,
Also, definitely
lived the
didn't have
race
to
another lap.
happen. I'm wearing this shirt for a reason. I love Kyle Busch. I love RCR, but I am wearing this shirt for a reason. I have chosen whose side I'm on on this one. Yeah, I mean, it definitely didn't have to happen. That being said, it was a pretty entertaining battle for a while. Like they battled it out for a little bit before it turned into what it turned into. And that was probably the most entertaining battle in the entire race, in my opinion.
Yeah, they were heated, especially like the replay when they came off 4 and like butted
Dude,
fenders, and then they beat and banged down the straightaway
right next to each other.
Yeah,
It was
that was-
awesome.
You could tell Kyle Larson's like, I'm not backing down, and Kyle Busch was like, dude, stop.
Dude, battle of
what it
the
looked
two
like.
Kyle Titans. Honestly, I love it because they're both kind of like big dicking each other. They're like, dude, I'm not gonna fucking back down. I'm Kyle fucking Larson, and he's like,
Yeah.
I'm Kyle fucking Busch.
Yeah,
And
it,
you're like,
it literally
okay.
was Clash of the Titans, like
Loved it.
old wave meets new wave of like we're both badass.
They're both legends. They're both
Yeah.
like two of the biggest names in the sport. You know, like it's badass. I love that.
Yeah,
I
it
hope
was
we
sick.
get more battles between them.
Well, then Kyle Larson was like, yeah, I don't really know what he's doing. I respect him completely. I don't really know. Kyle Busch was like, yeah, he cleaned us out. It was like, well, Kyle Busch, you kind of like instigated all of that.
Yeah, I mean he kind of admitted? Didn't he kind of like own up to it though?
He was just like, yeah, we were racing hard going down in there. He said, I held him tight, and I guess he just wiped us out.
I think he said he got loose, and you're
Yeah,
like,
he got loose
well,
and wiped us out. I was like, well, why did he get loose?
yeah, why did he get loose? I was watching with Samantha, and I think Samantha was saying something like, "Does he always like act like that?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is way better. Like this is
old
mature
Kyle,
Kyle Busch."
It'd been a nightmare.
I know. I was like, no, what he just said is actually like great for him. Well, I'm really proud of him for
he
handling it the way he did.
Dumbass shit back in the day.
Kyle and Kyle show was always great. Yeah. Yeah, the onboard battle was great for laps. Yeah, dude. Honestly, I was like super into that battle. I was really enjoying it. I like both the drivers.
And after that, it seemed like Kyle Larson didn't really regroup after that either.
No.
I didn't mean to cut you off, but
No, you're good. Yeah, he did
Like Kyle
finish.
Busch was totaled, and Kyle Larson never really got back in the race.
I
either.
mean, Larson did finish 10th,
Okay,
but I think he probably would have
a couple
finished
guys
higher.
ran out of fuel.
Yeah, he probably would have finished higher. He had a good car. He was running really well. Yeah, I agree. He
It
probably
was
would
like
have
a
been top 5.
6th, 8th place car, probably.
Hell, Austin Dillon finished 6th. Kyle Larson probably would have finished top 5.
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah. But yeah, anyway, it was a sick battle, and I hope to see more of it. Big fan.
It gave me hope. Yeah, even though like there was some good racing, like guys holding guys off, but like going to New Hampshire, some of these other like bigger short tracks is like maybe there's maybe we have hope going forward.
We just need battles like that, man. We just need guys to be able to battle each other like that. That was super entertaining. If we can get some tire wear, because the pit strategies are obviously going to make it better. That's what saved Gateway this time, in my opinion. That ending of running out of fuel would have been a lot less cool if there wasn't already strategy involved leading up to that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like if he'd just been dominating or something.
Yeah, exactly. Like that was just kind of the icing on the cake. Like I said, I think we were all satisfied with the race prior to that finish anyway. So good for Gateway.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it was a win. The crowd looked pretty good on TV. I mean, 1 and 2 was kind of empty, but the front stretch crowd.
That was the best 100 car. Interesting, Larson. Okay.
Well, I think didn't Chase Elliott run up there for a bit, but he hit the wall at one restart.
That's right. Yeah. Where did he finish?
And Byron were irrelevant.
Oh, 13. 13. Okay. Yeah, because I did recently see that Chase Elliott has the best average finish. I'm sure we've all seen it, because if you follow any Chase Elliott fan, if you're a NASCAR fan, you probably follow at least one. And they're all talking about how Chase Elliott has like the best average finish. And that's cool and all. And I really respect that stat, by the way. Just personally, I respect that stat. But it's just funny hearing it from Chase Elliott fans who previously wouldn't shut the fuck up about how he's the next like Dale Earnhardt. He's like the best driver ever. And now they're like, best average finish. What you got, boys?
No, fan vote year winner.
Yeah, exactly. You're like, dude, y'all bragging about best average finish. No. It just seems like a step down for a Chase Elliott fan, in my opinion. I expect more from you, but when your driver. By the way, I guess we can talk about waivers, since this Chase Elliott reminded me of the waiver situation. We're talking about Larson anyway.
Yeah, I honestly. I never doubted that he wasn't going to get a waiver. I mean, we talked about it, but I was like, they'd be crazy not to.
Andy said it in the group chat. We're all sleeping on Chase. I don't think we're sleeping on Chase. I mean, Chase Elliott is still going to be Chase Elliott. We're all just waiting for it to come back.
He's just quietly in third. Like, whoa, shit.
We're waiting for the old Chase Elliott, I think, to kind of arrive again.
I think he's still fast, but I don't think he is what he was.
Yeah, right. It's just that weird feeling that it's just not the same Chase Elliott. It's like I lived in a different time, like pre-COVID or even maybe during COVID era, where Chase Elliott was like a different thing than he is now.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
And the waiver thing, I just totally was like, I don't know why y'all waited so long. People were like, for clicks and views. And it's like, yeah, but like, what did they get out of that?
Yeah. Like just
what was there to gain out of that? I don't know.
I mean, honestly, it does make sense though, because it like sports media will talk about you. Because they're like, ooh, you're giving people a story. Journalists just want a story.
The point says he's got 0 playoff points.
Yeah, exactly. So that does make the most sense, just from a pure PR marketing perspective, that you're like, hey, let's milk this a little bit. Let's juice this a little bit. Let's get people to stop talking about that rain decision.
Hey, let's forget about Charlotte.
Oh, you know what story we should bring up about Charlotte? Will Kyle Larson get a waiver? Oh, that's the only story to talk about from Charlotte now.
That's a good point.
That makes the most sense to me. But also there is the realistic possibility of that. It's just like I don't know, people being lazy.
The like CEO guy was on vacation, and
that's what I mean. Like literally,
had to get back.
I think about that sometimes, like conspiracy theories. There's always this evil cabal behind it.
Why haven't they made the decision?
But then also, like I'm at work doing my job, and then I'm like, sometimes I'm just like, oh, I gotta like go pick up my daughter from something, so I have to like push this till next week.
I'll let y'all know next week.
Yeah, right.
And then the media's like, Kyle Larson banned.
Yeah, it's just like some top people that
They
they
still
needed.
haven't got over it.
They needed the vote for, and he was
Yeah.
like, "No, I'm gonna be in Cancun for the next week." I'm like, "Dude, we really need you to come back." And he's like, "Well, what do you want me to do? Rebook my Cancun trip? Like,
No,
what the fuck? I'm not gonna do that.
that's probably
That would be
highly
a way
accurate.
better alternative, in my opinion."
I could see that. I could totally see that. Like, yeah, dude, Ted took his wife Cindy to the Bahamas.
Everybody watch Fast Car Living, by the way. To
Yeah,
shout
check
out.
him out. I'm sorry I didn't get to see earlier. I was occupied.
Yeah, I've been so fucking busy, man. I just spent so much money on my
So
car, on
tired.
air conditioning. Andy, dude,
Yeah. Andy could probably done way cheaper.
you guys, man. You mechanics must be the richest people in the world. It's like the South Park episode with the
Yeah,
handyman.
I was gonna say the handyman South Park
Yeah,
episode.
dude.
He's like, no, he's paying me $50 more.
Yeah, because what I just paid to get the AC
I'll pay you
removed
$100 to
in
stay
a
and fix it.
2006
No.
Denali. I mean, yeah. Anyway,
Hey, we're trying to plan a boys' night. I'm gonna ride out to Andy's and we're gonna work on my truck and drink beers and spend the night at Andy's.
If we're okay, I'm down to do this, but also I'm gonna bring my car, and if there's anything wrong with my car, we're working on that.
Andy has to fix it.
Just so you know, like that's gonna be part of. Like I'm
Yeah.
showing up with like the code reader and being like, "All right, dude, like let's
Yeah,
go."
put your money where your mouth is. No, we've been trying to plan with Andy about like doing a boys' night.
The shop's rich. I'm broke, my guy. Well, just open your own shop, dude. Easy.
Yeah,
Easy.
just do that, Andy.
Just do
Grow
it,
up.
idiot. What are you, dumb? Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no, I'm totally down. Actually, I'm 100%
Yeah, I think it'd be really
down.
fun.
You know, I love the boys, especially the Fast Car Living boys. The more
Yeah.
time I get to spend with them, always better.
It'd be totally cool. Do like a Friday night or something.
Yeah,
Right
dude.
out there.
Jeremy can come out.
Yeah.
Maybe Pittman comes back from Texas. Even man.
Yeah, I don't know what's Pittman's got going on.
I know, but that would be a good crew, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be straight.
That would be so much fun. Yeah. All right, Andy, we'll see you there.
And he agreed right there. He agreed. It's a binding contract.
That looked like an agreement. Yeah, that's a blood oath right there. We all saw it. We'll go back and clip this just to make sure that we got receipts.
Sign me up.
All right. So anyway,
Oh.
Gateway happened.
I
That
think
was
with all
cool.
this shaking up, what Martin Truex had a flat tire. Denny Hamlin didn't do shit. There was a bunch of upsets in the top 5. So the bracket challenge shook everything up. I saw nobody's first round was right.
Nobody?
Yeah, I mean, correct me if I'm
shit.
wrong. There was
All right, well, let's hold on. Let me pull up the bracket. You pull up yours, I'll pull up mine. Let's go through them and just say
Okay.
what we got right and wrong. As I said when I first did this thing, I was looking at the matchups and I was like, I feel like everyone's bracket's going to be like 1 or 2 picks off at most.
Yeah,
because some
this
of them
one
are
shook up
so
big time.
obvious. Which, hey, actually, by the way, before we move on from the Larson waiver thing, just
What?
so we can put it on air officially, do you support the decision to give Larson the waiver, or did you think he shouldn't have gotten it?
Yeah, I think he should have gotten it based on the precedent that they've always given waivers for
Exactly.
any goddamn stupid reason.
Totally with you.
And the fact of even negotiating should he get a waiver was stupid to me. But then is like, well, what keeps guys from just saying I don't feel like racing this weekend? It's like, no, you have to race. Like that's part of this. But the fact of like, hey, this is like a certain circumstance, some sort of family, a birth of a child or something, or
Obviously,
something,
yep.
some sort of
Injury,
race-related injury.
race-related.
Now, the only thing I think that does get to where you're like, well, is like if NASCAR suspended you, how should that shake out? Like if NASCAR, well, I think that's like a double penalty almost. Like if NASCAR suspended you,
That's a good point.
Then they're like, because you were suspended 2 races, now you aren't playoff eligible.
Yeah, you
I'm like,
could counter it and make that argument and
Yeah.
say, no, you're actually punishing me twice.
yeah.
This is double
If
the
anything,
punishment.
say, okay, you can race next week, but you're no longer playoff eligible. And
Yeah.
it's like, well, then what are we doing here?
Yeah, true.
So
I
don't
think this
know.
goes back to, and there's a whole nother discussion for a whole nother episode. This is like a good off-season topic, but the problem with charter systems. That'd be a good
I think there's
off-season
something to look into the charter.
hour and a half episode of just bitching about going through the history of the charter system, what it was planned for, what it's supposed to do for NASCAR, and what it's ended up giving us in exchange. I just think it's way off what we initially wanted it for. And at some point, we should stop and think. I don't. Nobody will. NASCAR's never going to go do away with it, but it's just unfortunate.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. What did you think?
Yeah, Larson should have got it literally that day. I don't like.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, I'm everything.
Yeah,
you
I
said,
don't even know why we
agree
even like
with.
had to talk about it. Like
Everything you said, though, I agree with. It's the precedent that they've already set.
Yeah.
Do I think that there's an argument that he made the decision that running the Indy 500 was more important that day?
Yeah.
Yeah. But they've already set a precedent that doesn't matter. So why are we even pretending like it does now? Like when I saw Joey Logano and Bubba Wallace say that shit, I'm like, dude, shut the fuck up.
I
Like,
know.
that pissed me off.
Do you think anything would have been different if Kyle Larson was like, hey, Andy, come on.
It's a good idea.
If you think if Kyle Larson was like, I'm just going to do the Indy 500, sorry, fans, I'm not going to be able to make it to Charlotte, and never came to Charlotte at all, and like didn't do anything with 600, do you think that would have changed anything?
I don't know. Maybe. I think if they did that, though, that Rick Hendrick would have already been on the phone.
I don't think they would have ever done this if they were like, hey, Rick Hendrick's like, hey, Kyle's going to do the 500.
Oh, yeah.
If anything happens, y'all call me.
If Kyle told Rick Hendrick, hey, boss, I just want to run the Indy 500. I don't want to have to do both.
Yeah.
I think it's too much. And Rick Hendrick agreed to it, which already seems like a stretch. I think Rick Hendrick would immediately be on the phone and clearing it. Like, I don't think this situation would have.
Big Daddy
happened.
Rick called.
Yeah. I don't think they would have let this play out. I think the reason that this happened is because Hendrick and Larson and everyone involved assumed that they just automatically got it because that was the precedent set. And I think that's what everybody was surprised by. They were just like, what are we waiting on here?
Yeah.
It was weird.
What are we doing?
Cancun vacation. That's what we're waiting on, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Okay, let's go over the bracket.
Do you just want to go through first round?
Let's do
the first two picks. Right?
Let's do our first. Yeah. So I'm gonna assume we both picked Denny Hamlin over Justin.
Yeah.
Haley.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had Denny over Justin. Then
Okay. Did you have Joey over Chase Briscoe?
I had Joey over Chase Briscoe.
Okay, so we both got that round correct.
Okay.
So that's good. We have one round correct.
All right. The next round, Brad K over Hocevar. Whoopsies. Wait, where'd Brad finish?
No, Brad finished over.
He did?
Carson. Yeah, he finished P3.
Oh, okay, cool. I don't even remember. But
Yeah,
Carson gave it hell. It was close.
He did, dude. That's the thing. Like, actually, Carson. I mean, if you picked Carson there, I would like applaud you for fucking predicting that because holy shit, and one. Yeah. So like these first three picks to me seem like no brainers, right?
Yeah.
But this next one,
Alex Bowman versus John Hunter.
Did anyone pick John Hunter? Even check on this.
Yeah. Where'd Bowman finish? I don't even know.
Let's see. I mean, it must have been pretty low, right? 28th.
Straight up.
Yeah. John Hunter Nemechek, 27th.
Wow. Yes, John Hunter took that one. I got that wrong.
Yeah, I think everybody probably got that wrong. So that's the first that
I thought Bowman was gonna be like top 10.
Yeah, right. This next one, I imagine we all got correct as well.
Yeah, Chase Elliott over Daniel Hemrick.
Chase Elliott over Daniel Hemrick. We all probably picked that one. So
here's the big oof.
Good job for us. This one, it's not a surprise of the outcome.
Bubba was fast in practice too, and so was
right.
Cindric,
but this was one of the picks that I was kind of like, I don't know, that's a tough one.
Yeah.
Just because, Cindric does have, like, if their car is good, he's a pretty good driver. This was the first one that, like, when I was making these picks that I stumbled on for a second. So I'm just more mad at myself that I picked that one wrong because some of these were about to go over. I'm like, okay, who would have saw that coming?
Yeah.
But this one, I'm like, damn, I wish I would have fucking went
then
the other
Blaney
way.
over Blaney. I took Blaney over Noah. Whoops. Blaney ran out of fuel.
See, in that one,
that's where it's like it gets shook up and you're like, God damn.
And that one, I'm not too mad at myself because I'm like, like Blaney should have won that race.
Blaney was going to win, yeah.
And who is picking? No offense to Noah, but who's picking Noah to beat Blaney? Right? It's like it would have taken something like this for that to happen. So I'm not like beating myself up over that one. But I think we all probably got that one wrong. And then Willie B. Ryan Priest. I'm sure we all got that one correct, right? So far, me and you have had all the same picks, by the way.
Okay. Whoopsie.
Martin Truex, I think we all got a whoopsies here on this next one.
I took Martin Truex over Austin Dillon. Did not happen.
I did too. As an Austin Dillon fan,
had his best race of the year.
Yeah, I think a lot of us got this one wrong. That's another one that I'm not mad at myself about. That I'm just like, oh, okay, like who fucking saw that?
Martin Truex was like third when he got a flat tire, or fifth or something.
Yeah, who saw that one coming? So that, I think
I thought Busher was going to be faster. I don't know. He didn't really. I don't know where he finished.
Yeah, actually, where did he finish?
I don't know where Daniel.
14th.
Where Daniel Suarez run?
23rd.
No, so Busher beat Suarez.
Irrelevant.
That was I think that one was clear.
Agree. I think we all probably were thinking the same thing. Just because what's funny is 2 years ago that would have been a tough decision,
right?
But currently, I'm like, dude, I don't even have to think twice. It's Chris Buescher all day over Suarez. This one hurt because I decided to pick McDowell on this.
I chose McDowell as well.
See?
And he got the pole.
Yeah.
And he was running really well until he ran out of fuel.
Yep.
So kind of got burned on this one.
That one probably hurts me the most because I'm just like, man, that should have been a good, solid little upset pick. Because Michael McDowell's been running really well.
Yeah, just the way they've been running. Ross has been kind of 10th to 20th, and Michael McDowell's been squirting in top 10s.
Yeah, I liked it. So we got that one wrong. So far we're all the same. I'm guessing we both picked Ty Gibbs.
Yes, I chose Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, sorry, Eric Jones. There's just no chance. So we got that one right.
And then Kyle Larson, pretty evident
over Corey LaJoy, obviously.
That's a no-brainer.
Kyle Busch over Josh Berry, obviously.
Yeah, wouldn't expect Kyle Busch to wreck.
Well, he moved on though.
Josh Berry wrecked too. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, so we're good there. We still got the two Kyles actually. That'll be fun battling out for the next one. And then from here on out, I'm guessing we have the same.
Christopher Bell and
Christopher Bell over Todd Gilliland, which was correct. Yeah. So that's good. And then Tyler Reddick over Ricky Stenhouse Jr., which also was correct.
Yes, that's what I chose.
We have the exact same picks, by the way.
Okay.
This is going to be a far less entertaining.
Dude, let's talk about it. We all thought the same thing.
Yeah, I told you before.
Winners.
By the way, for everyone, this is the first time that we've both gone over these together. So
we've never talked about it.
Yeah.
All right.
So
bottom to top or top to bottom
for the second round?
Yeah.
Let's go back up to the top. Okay. So I picked Denny to win this one over Joey Logano.
I chose Denny as well over Logano.
He's been hot.
So hot.
What are you gonna do?
Did he? Yeah, he beat Logano, right?
Well, this is for Sonoma. This is our picks for Sonoma.
Oh shit! Oh yeah, my bad.
No, it's all good. Yeah, those are
okay. This is our next round. Yep. Yeah, I'm taking Denny over Joey at a road course.
Yep, exactly. And Denny's just been hot, dude.
He's been so hot. He's not great, but he'll get the pole and then he'll run like 8th.
Yeah, and Joey has not been hot, so I can't put my faith in him.
Brad K-Rock's Bowman at a road course.
Yeah, and we already got Bowman wrong, by the way. So we both kind of need Brad to win this one.
Who is it here? Brad versus somebody?
Brad versus John Hunter Nemechek. I mean,
yeah.
Sorry,
that's going to be a toss-up because Brad hasn't been too hot on these road courses.
You know what? That's a good point. Yeah.
That'll be a toss-up.
But his car's been a lot better this year.
Yes, so I agree. I expect him to run a little better.
He's in better equipment for sure.
So what's this next one?
Chase Elliott versus Austin Cindric. But neither of us picked Austin Cindric. So
that's a good one, though.
Yeah.
Chase Elliott, Austin Cindric at a road course?
Yeah, but Chase Elliott is hot right now.
Where's the momentum? Chase has kind of been half-ass on road courses.
It's not a bad matchup, but I'm going Chase for sure on this one.
Yeah, I'm going to lean Chase.
Yeah, it's a road course. And, I mean, apparently he has the best average finishes. So this definitely seems like a race that he could walk away with a win on, actually.
Yeah.
You know? Just a quiet
I feel that.
little win that just building momentum into the playoffs. The next one was I picked or I didn't pick him actually. Well, but I had Ryan Blaney in the next one, but it's gonna be Noah Gregson versus William Byron. And
Willie B all day.
I picked Willie B to beat Blaney anyway, because it's Sonoma.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm good there. I got Willie B moved on.
That's what I chose if mine had been the same way.
Unfortunately,
You waxed him at Coda.
Yeah, exactly. Unfortunately, this next one for my round 3, I'm already just like out because I've picked I picked dudes that I've lost. I picked Martin Truex Jr. over Chris Buescher, and I picked Michael McDowell over Ty Gibbs. That was gonna be
That's
like,
exactly what I chose.
Okay. See, we had the same fucking idea. All right, this is my issue with the bracket challenge is we all kind of think the same shit.
Yeah.
It's a cool concept.
There's just a couple different picks.
Yeah, it's definitely not the same as like college basketball.
And then how ironic that and what we chose was the Kyles versus Kyles.
So who do you have winning the battle of the Kyles?
Kyle Larson.
I do as well. Yep.
No.
Yeah, it's Sonoma. It's Hendrick versus RCR.
This next one was a toss up for me, Seabill and Reddick, because they're both fast at road courses.
Okay. Who did you pick? If you picked the same guy as me, we have literally identical.
I chose Reddick.
I chose Reddick too.
Yeah. But Seabill was running down William Byron at Coda too.
So I'm still actually pretty good moving into round 3 if all my like round 2 picks are correct. I only have one matchup that's just like red, and that's the Truex McDowell matchup for round 3. So I can still like look pretty good. We both can actually, since we're identical. If all of our picks are correct in Sonoma, we're actually still pretty good, I think, because nobody's perfect right now.
That's right. All of you are beautiful.
No one's perfect.
Back to the top for Iowa.
Oh shit! You want to go through the whole thing?
Oh, we don't have to. I don't care.
Yeah, I was just gonna say it for episode by episode.
Well, let's do. Okay, yeah. And then next week we can talk about who's next.
Next week we'll talk about the picks that we made.
I'm excited for Iowa. I think that's gonna be fun.
Yeah. Yes. Same.
Yeah, that'll be a fun time.
Okay. By the way, Gateway, because we should rate Gateway.
Yeah, let's rate it.
Do you want to know Gluck's poll? I just looked it up.
Sure.
67%.
Sounds appropriate.
I was just gonna say I don't want to give away anything, but it sounds very appropriate.
These are the weeks when I get back home where I'm like, I got these gaps in my book.
What do you
off the
got?
top of my head, just the
I have
first I've thought about it, I'm gonna give that race a 7-1.
7-1. Okay.
Write that down.
I got it. It is written down. So you did go a little higher than me.
Okay.
But not much. I went a 6-8.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought it was good. I didn't want to give it quite a 7 just because the first half was not great, but it definitely came alive and it was better than like a standard. Because 5 for me,
I thought it was better than Richmond.
5 for me is like a standard, like this is a good race. It doesn't mean it's an average race. I know that makes more sense, but to me, if it's 5, it means like I enjoyed myself. That's enough, you know. Anything less than 5, I'm like, this is boring. I'm not enjoying myself.
Oh, I'm kind of like 6.5. I'm enjoying myself.
Well, I'm like 5 is like okay. I guess 5 is like I didn't waste my time. You know what I mean? Like anything less than that, it's like this is a waste of my time.
I would rather cut grass.
That's true. Maybe a 5 is like I should go cut grass. A 5 is I went to cut grass in the middle of this race.
Yeah, I fell asleep.
No, what's great about Iowa? NBC is back, baby. That's gonna be sweet,
dude. They're kicking it off with Iowa. That's gonna be sick. That's gonna be a banger race automatically.
Yeah, honestly,
that race will be sick,
especially if there's any strategy involved. Because
yeah,
NBC actually breaks that shit down for you. Is Junior in the booth though?
No, he's not. He's
yeah. See, like that's man.
I still think they're gonna kill it. Their broadcast is so superior.
Yeah, it is, but Junior is the best in the booth.
Yeah, I mean, we all just have a personal connection with Junior.
No, I think he genuinely is the best in the booth, though. I don't think it's this connection. I think he's That's why he has such a good podcast. That's why he like.
And he has such good insight. Like he
Exactly.
knows what I'm talking about. Jeff Burton. I like Jeff Burton. A lot of people hate Jeff Burton, but I like him.
No, I like Jeff Burton. I just think Junior is the best. He's
I
kind of
like
like
Marty. What's his name?
Junior's kind of like the NASCAR Joe Rogan, in my opinion.
Yes. Oh my god, that's perfect.
Right?
I don't know,
dude. Voices
but Dirty Mo
people,
lately,
like,
they have been spiraling out of control. I'm like fucking done with them.
Yeah, I don't think that's like Junior. I think he's just like, hey, I just want to talk about race cars.
Yeah, hey, yeah, put my name on it.
Yeah,
and then they're like, we
I think
got an
that's
idea.
management
Like,
making decisions. Yeah,
if I hear that Yankee bitch talk one more time on
dude,
that
it's
fucking show,
it's the same thing that happened to Barstool. Barstool was awesome.
That's exactly
Barstool was the coolest thing, and now I can't stand Barstool content. I just follow a handful of their stuff. The rest of it, I kind of just hate reply to because I'm like, fuck you. I hate this account now.
Yeah. I'm always commenting, talking shit in the comments.
Yeah. It's just,
I used to love the show before you brought this Yankee bitch on here. Dude.
Okay, we rated Gateway.
Picks for Sonoma?
Sure.
Sure. I don't even talk about it. I don't even want to talk about Sonoma.
Damn it.
All right. Underdog. I'm gonna take. Hey, I think he's racing this weekend. Correct me if I'm wrong, Andy. Shane Van Gieserburgers.
SVG, whatever they. Yeah. Right.
Yeah.
Is he racing?
I believe he is.
Didn't he get a win last year?
Does that count? Last year? Well, that was a win this year.
I thought it was playoffs last year.
But he wasn't in the playoffs.
Damn, that is a good point. He was playoff eligible, kind of. No, he wasn't.
Oh, okay, yeah. Kyle Larson.
No, you're right. Fuck, I tried to get you out of that thing.
Oh, is he not? Then fuck, I'm an idiot. Who's in 16 then? AJ Allmendinger. Fuck it, I don't care.
Damn, are you serious? I was literally just about to pick AJ Allmendinger.
Okay, you take it. They can't both be in it, can they? I'm looking it up.
Yeah, that's a good point. I didn't even think about that. I just thought about
schedule, entry list.
I was just like, well, if AJ Allmendinger's racing, I'm definitely going to pick him. All right. Well, you get either one of them. That's fine. You get that car.
I'll take the 16 car. Oh, yeah. AJ's racing the 16. Okay. I'll take AJ.
Yeah, that's still a good pick for an underdog.
I should have looked beforehand. My bad. I was just thinking that car is going to be fast, whoever's in it.
Yeah, no, that's still a solid pick for an underdog. I'm looking at the lineup right now.
Yeah.
Underdog. I don't like any of these Ty Gibbs. I know it's boring, dude. I know.
It's gonna one of these weeks. It's gonna happen.
It's gonna click. I know it's so fucking boring, and I wish I had a more fun pick for everyone. But sorry, you picked. I think the best car for that.
Hey, well, I'm gonna hit you with a wild card for my lock of the week, and I'm taking Michael McDowell.
Hold on, let me write these down.
I'm taking 34.
Michael McDowell for your lock? What are you fucking crazy?
He won Indy Road Course last year. He's always fast on these fucking tracks, and he almost won this race last year. I think he finished second or third last year in this race.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit, I do not remember that.
He's a road course guy.
He's a road course guy now.
yeah, he does road courses now.
You didn't know?
Cam Waters. No one cares. And who the hell?
He finished P7, dude. Chill.
Yeah, he was leading though early. I'm taking the goddamn 34 car. Okay, I gave you a wide open slate of cars.
Yeah, you did. I don't know why I'm arguing with this.
I know. You're like, wow, dude.
I'm like, dude, pick somebody better. Yeah. Man, honestly, I don't want to pick Martin Truex Jr.
I was gonna pick Martin Truex, and I said that's too easy.
I'm gonna. You know what? And I hate myself, but I'm gonna pick Chase Elliott. I was talking about that earlier, and I kind of convinced myself.
I think the 24 is a solid pick.
I could see Chase Elliott just busting something out here, and us all being like, "God damn it!" You what?
Aren't they doing something different? Didn't they change Sonoma or something? Or they went back to the bus stop? I can't remember. Will Brown, RC. Who gives up these third runoff cars? They're just dudes like, wait, where do I shift?
And they're like, I don't know. Our sales guy just made an extra sale this week, so you gotta fill a spot.
Yeah, I don't ever take these third runoff cars.
That's
seriously.
What it is.
But hey, I didn't last year during that street race they did, and that guy won apparently.
Okay, yeah, well, apparently,
allegedly.
Yeah. I think these one-off third cars are honestly just some sales, some ad
funsies.
sales guy, some sponsorship sales guy, like just landing some extra thing and being like, "Hey, Mr. Childress, you interested? They'll buy this car. We'd have to run a
We
third
got
one."
money.
And he's like, "But we make money?" And he's like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, fuck it, I don't care. Run a third car." He's like, "Who should be in it?" I don't know. Will Brown.
Yeah.
You said
I admitted that. Allegedly he won.
Dude,
I don't know.
he won. Yeah. Sweet, dude.
So they said he won. I don't know.
He won a Chicago flooding street race. That sounds
I'm so stubborn. I'm proud that I never watched that race.
Yeah, I ended up watching it, and I was so pissed that I did. You didn't miss anything. I hate the people that say it was good racing.
I will not watch it this year.
It was a battle at the end, but like that, the whole race leading up to that was terrible. And they're like, "Yeah, but that's because of the rain." And I'm like, "Yeah, but it was still bad." Like, that doesn't justify it being bad. He won Portland, Dakota.
He won Xfinity race.
Show him his fucking respect that he deserves.
He runs the Xfinity series. What did y'all think?
He won in Portland.
He wrecked Justin Allgaier out of the way to win Portland.
Yeah, well, that's what he did in Chicago also. But then they're gonna hit you with but that's like how Dale did it.
Yeah.
Are you ready for that?
No, I respect SCG. He's grown on me. I still don't I'm not gonna buy a goddamn hat.
I mean, yeah, I think it's cool that we have.
It's like Marcus Ambrose 2.0.
Yeah, I like that. There's like international dudes from other series wanting to come in here and join rather than do the F1 thing like every other European.
I don't see him winning a Portland Xfinity race and go, dude, he's the real fucking deal, man.
Yeah, I see him win a Portland Xfinity race and go, yeah, that's kind of what he was hired to do, was win a Portland
if you were like,
race.
Dude, you're sleeping on SVG, I'd be like, no, like he's probably gonna win this race.
No, it's Portland. That was a track.
He did do a sick burnout. He like drifted the whole track.
Yeah, I didn't know. Again, trying not to hate on the guy, but everybody like on his dick is making me have to hate on the guy.
Yeah, like I want to like him. Y'all won't shut up.
Yeah, honestly, that's a great way to put it. Like I have nothing against this guy. I do think it's cool that he came from another series. I do think it's cool. He's from like New Zealand. That seems badass. You know, I don't know. I don't hate this guy, but y'all are making me hate this guy.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're going to Sonoma. Second road course of the year. Getting the summer stretch here. There's only 11 races left to the playoffs. That's weird.
Damn, dude, that sounds crazy.
It's crazy when you say it like that. You're like, oh shit, and that'll be here before you know it. And then summer's over.
Yeah.
And then it's to the playoffs, and that's gonna be crazy. But hell, we did the damn thing. Sorry for the delay.
Yeah, we did do it. Did you know? I think he's from New Zealand.
Yeah, one of the Illins.
James McFadden. He won in high limit. I didn't even know he was like an Aussie or whatever you call them. And he got out of the car and he was like, "Oh yeah, I love racing here." And I was like, "Oh shit,
whoa,
this guy's not from here." And again, to go back to the SVG thing, I heard him talking, and I was like, "Oh, that's cool. He runs like sprint cars over in New Zealand or whatever." And then I was like, "That's cool that he came over here and won something. I don't hate this guy." But the SVG thing, it's just I don't know why.
It's more people just being like, "Yo!"
And also, it's the fact that he won in Chicago, a race that I just hate, and I
that's
nothing
really
to do with.
That's really what did it.
If he came over here and won in Sonoma, or walking, I would be like, I kind of like this guy. I like what he's doing.
Yeah,
but
it was a street race. Like, I mean, really?
Yeah, like it's nothing you did, SVG. You couldn't have done anything else to change my mind. It was just destiny. It was fate that I have to hate you now. But I love you, dude. Keep doing what you're doing. If that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah, let's shut her down.
Yeah, that'll do it. All right, hold on.
That'll fucking do it.
All right. Well, thanks for tuning in, everybody.
Thanks, Andy.
Yeah, thanks, Andy. What up? Yeah, the only one commenting. Come on, guys. We have like some good viewership. Like I see people. Come on.
I see you.
Say hi. Say hi. We're here.
It looks. Oh, hey, Nick. God damn it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, there he is. Finally.
You son of a bitch.
Okay. Are we doing an episode next week? May or may not do an episode next week.
May or may not. I may be busy.
You know how we are. We'll let you all know when we do an episode. We'll let you know. But thanks for tuning in, guys.
All right, y'all. Peace.
Later.